I'm going to tell you a little story that happened on Pesach. We know that the Sefer Omer is days that we have to improve ourselves. And there was a janitor on the days of Chol HaMoed that was cleaning the floors in the hallway outside my house, on the 6th floor in Bayat Vegan. A man with a yarmulke, he must be maybe 26 years old. And I felt a guy with a yarmulke and tzitzit cleaning the stairway, and I felt, people Chol HaMoed are not working. I said, today is a day of Chesed, the first day of Chol HaMoed Pesach. We're supposed to do those days of the working of ourselves, of the different Sefirot. And that day is represented by Chesed. So I said, I'm going to do Chesed without even knowing this guy. I brought him to my house. I said, you must be hungry. Come sit, let's talk. Let's have some good times. We drank, we ate, we schmoozed. And he says to me, I'm looking to move. I work mostly in your neighborhood, but I feel like I'm not religious enough. He said, my father's religious. I came from France. I ran away from my family, feeling that I didn't feel good enough from them. I moved to Israel. I went to the Israeli army, and that's where I know my Hebrew from. And I'm just trying to make it. I have an apartment that I rent. I live alone. But I feel like your neighborhood's too religious for me. I said, why is it too religious for you? Because my father's religious, I'm not as religious. My father prays 3 times a day. My father goes to shul 3 times a day. I don't do that. I don't go 3 times a day, and I don't always go to shul. I said to this boy, but you are a Sefer Torah. You are Luchot. Nobody could take that away from you. Nobody could take that level of spirituality from you and from who you are. He said, what are you talking about? The Orach Chaim HaKadosh says, Usfartem lachem. Why does it say lachem? Just say usfartem. Why does it say you should count for yourselves? Just say and you should count. But the idea is, usfartem means to say, the Orach Chaim says, you are Safir. The materials that the Luchot were made out of was sapphire. You are Luchot. A person has 5 fingers and 5 toes on each of his right and left side, and so too the Luchot. They have on each side 5 and 5. When a person dies, they put his body in an aron, just like the Luchot that were broken, they put them in the aron. And when a person dies and another Jew's around, he needs to rip his clothing, just like a Sefer Torah that was burnt, that we need to rip our clothing, chas v'shalom, if we see these things. Why is it like that? Because they're the same. And the Jewish souls are like the letters on the Sefer Torah, that we have 600,000 souls represented in the 600,000 letters of the Sefer Torah. And when the Luchot, the letters, they flew away, it's like the neshama that flies up to the Shamayim after a person dies. So there's a lot of parallels. And Orach Chaim says that what Hashem was telling us, Usfartem lachem, means you are like sapphire. If a Sefer Torah falls on the floor, don't just stare and cry. Jump and pick it up. Jump, and don't let yourself also, if you are falling on the floor, don't let yourself just sit there on the floor. Get up and make sure you pick that up right away, because you don't deserve that. You don't deserve to look at yourself less than that. And Hashem had under his figurative feet in the times of when the sky opened up at Har Sinai, and the Jews saw under Hashem's figurative feet there was this big sapphire stone. What does that mean? That means that Hashem says, I'm going to keep this stone in front of me. I want to remember, even though you guys are not carrying the stones in Egypt anymore, but all this time I was carrying a stone that was of sapphire. You guys, deep down, you're all Sefer Torahs. And if you feel leaving Egypt that you're on the 49th level of impurity and you have a long way to go, there's hope. Because the whole time through, even when you were in Egypt, even when you were the impure and the Ervat Haaretz, you were sapphire. You were Sefer Torahs. You might have been Sefer Torah and sneakers, but you're still a Sefer Torah. Don't ever let anybody take that away from you, even if you have no energy for the day. Remember that when we're going through the 49 days of each day improvement, what we're doing is, we're just polishing that sapphire. We're polishing it. We're polishing the Sefer Torah that we are inside.